What up, Instagram and YouTube? It's your boy Salty Red Corn, and I'm back with another ill-prepared knife review video. And today I want to talk about GEC versus Rough Ryder. All right, so you can see we have two knives here of the similar pattern. This is a GEC number 93. This is called the Carbon Half Hawk. First things first, we're going to talk about this GEC, and then we're going to move on to the Rough Ryder and kind of compare the two kind of as quickly as I can, just give my thoughts on both of them. I've never had a GEC on the channel. This is the first GEC I've had on the channel. Great Eastern Cutlery. It's in my favorite pattern. I'm not 100% sure what this pattern's called. I've heard it called a sway back. I've heard it called several different things, but I settle on half hawk because it's not quite a full hawk's bill. It's kind of like a sheep's footy type thing, and with a kind of a sway back handle, and so that's what I'm going to call it. You guys can tell me in the comments what these are actually called, and then I will probably stick with that. Premium materials, I believe this is 1095. We have nickel silver on the bolsters. This is Oily Creek ram's foot, right? So apparently this is from ram's foot bone from Oily Creek. I have no clue what that means, but it sure is beautiful. It's contoured very nicely. You can tell that they took great care when they selected these two pieces to put together. All right, they definitely hand selected it, and it shows. All the finishing in the back is seamless and beautiful. The polishing is very nice. It's like mirror polished. You can see yourself in it. The patina isn't just like a dull brass bronze finish. It has a sheen to it. It's got the purples. It's got all the colors that you want to see because it was polished nicely before it was put together and after it was put together as well. We have brass liners, all right? And overall, a beautiful belt satin on the blade, a nice nail nick here. Beautiful grind. The grind is done ever so nicely. I'm not sure if they grind these by hand, if they're machine finished, but it is really good. Nice sharpening choil. Very serviceable knife made here in the United States. It has a triple P branded on the back. I have no clue what that is. Maybe you guys can chime in. Trying to keep my fingerprints off this because I know they're sought after, and this doesn't belong to me. So overall, I think this is very, very nicely put together. And let's jump over and talk about the Rough Ryder. You guys have seen this on my channel. If you watch, this is a Rough Ryder half hawk in carbon steel. I believe it's T10 carbon steel, and black micarta. All right, this also has nickel bolsters and brass liners with also a thin G10 blue liner as well. All right, so noticeably next to each other, the fit and finish is better on this one. This is totally acceptable for me though. You can tell right around here there's a slightest gapping, and I didn't even really notice that until I looked at this one next to this one. Also, if you want to go ahead and check out the way the blade interfaces with the lock and the back spring, this is super crispy and clean, and this is not, right? There's actually a lot of, odd gaps and tolerances there that, I don't know, shouldn't be there. Shouldn't be like that. It should look like this. And this is what you're paying for when you buy this, GEC brand made in the United States. You're paying for more hand finishing and just an overall better product. But this knife is like $16. So this knife's not. This knife, I don't know what the retail on this, but whatever it is retail, you can expect to pay more than double for it on the secondary market, which is kind of a shame. But there are serious collectors out there for GEC, and I guess there's a good reason. This is my first time handling one, and it's really, really nice. Definitely, I can see some differences here. I've used this knife a lot. This knife clearly hasn't really been used. So lots of patina on this one, and it's held up really well. It's a very sharp knife. It came sharp, which was good. I still actually haven't had to sharpen it yet, But I have done a lot of work with it. I brought it to work with me several times. I've done a lot of, I want to say food cutting. I've done a lot of like just kind of sharpening tasks, like pencils and stuff like that at work. And it's held up. It's a tough little knife, especially for whatever, 16 bucks. And then like $2 for the sheath to go with it. I mean, got to pick your battles here, you know? Are you going to use this knife, or are you going to collect this knife? Are you going to use this knife? You might collect this too. They have a ton of them out there. There's a ton of different series. They have a cinnamon stag bone one that looks really nice. I'd love to try. But again, China, USA, that's your battle. You're going to pick that battle, not me. I own this one, and I have a great time with it. I don't own one of these. I'm just not there yet, really. But I do love this. I actually love the material. I love everything about it. The way that the spine is crowned nicely. Let's see if we can bring that up too. Look at the chamfer on this. It's super smooth. All right. Look at this one. While still smooth, you can still see hard lines. It's just not quite as polished and smooth as the GEC. Definitely not close. So this is definitely a nicer knife, but you're going to pay more for it. This is a great workhorse, or if you're just getting into traditional knives like myself, buy one of these. It's really nice. It's going to scratch the itch, and you'll be able to figure out what patterns you like. And that's kind of how I found that I like this pattern the most out of all the patterns that are out there. So I would highly recommend both of these. It's just, what do you want to spend? And these are readily available and these are not, right? So that's going to do it for that comparison. My final thoughts on it are, buy what's in your price range, buy what makes you happy, buy what you like. Just have fun with what you're cutting with, and don't sweat the rest. All right. You're going to figure it all out in due time. There's plenty of stuff out there to check out, and just figure this shit out, right? All right, let's do my EDC check. G-Shock 5600E. I have the Spyderco K390 Endura and the Spyderco K390 Delica. Both very, very good knives. Mammoth Headwear Mountain Trucker hat. Use the code SALTYREDCORN for 10% off of anything on the site. You won't regret it. And that's going to do it for me. If you like this kind of video, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. Tell your boy Salty Red Corn what you want to see, and I will do my best to make it happen. Until next time, stay fresh, stay sharp. Peace out.